This tree is a Pyracantha or a Firethorn, and I think it's about 4 to 5 years old, and I bought it in a nursery for about 10 bucks. So cheap material, and it has some bonsai potential, but it's definitely not quite there. But as you can see from a pretty nice trunk, it suddenly splits into two trunks. So we'll have to make a decision there. I can't use both because it looks very odd. Even if you put it at an angle, it still looks odd. So one of them will have to be shortened at least. And studying the tree, I think it would be really nice to make it in a slightly slanting style. So I would use this trunk as the main trunk, and then this will have to go mostly. So I'm thinking of pruning it right after this first branch so that I can use that as a future first branch. So I'm just going to prune this. And I'll leave a stump just to make sure that it doesn't die in. And so the other option would be tilted the other way and to make it more in an upright growing tree. And at the same, as you can see, the same decision will be made. So this is the other option, but that's a decision to make a bit later. For now, I think pruning, perhaps just shorten these two branches a little bit, but I won't prune the top because I want the tree to remain active growing and make sure that it bounces back well. So I'm pruning just the top part of this branch, and same here, a little bit more. I think for now, this is all the pruning the tree needs. So I'm going to put it away for winter, and then in the next early spring, so about 6 months from now, perhaps place it in a nice bonsai pot and do a bit more pruning. And until then, it's just normal care for this tree. It will be outside during the winter, and I'll protect it if the temperatures drop very low for a few nights. But doing well, so a good first step in the progression of this tree towards a bonsai. It will need a few more years to really be ready for that, but I think today we made an important decision to remove one of the trunks and build a future tree out of this trunk. We're back in the garden 6 months after we pruned the tree, and it's early spring right now, so it's a good time to do the repotting. The tree is in good condition, so you can see where we made the big cuts and some new growth is already pushing out here. So it's about time to repot it, but still fine for the tree. I have a few pot options. It's a small tree, so it can do with a small bonsai pot, so I'm thinking either this one or perhaps this one would be nice as well. I like this color, but this is quite small, so we'll have to see if it fits. So first of all, let's take the tree out of its pot and work out the soil and free up the roots. So I'll use a chopstick to take off the soil. So this is nursery stock trees, so they're often planted in organic matter, perhaps with a little pumice, it seems, which is fine for trees in that early stage of development. But since we're training it more and more as a bonsai and place it in a bonsai container as well, we'll change the soil mix, mostly our inorganic mixture of akadama, pumice and lava rock. So I won't work out all the soil, so there will be some original soil left, but not much. So we'll try and replace it with modern bonsai substrate.
Before continuing, I'd like to show you our brand new Bonsai Care app. The app provides tree species specific information for all your trees, and it can set smart reminders to optimize the care for your bonsai. It is available for free in the app stores.
7 months ago we styled the tree and placed it in this pot. It's doing very well, long extensions everywhere, the tree is healthy. And I think back then we designed it with an upwards growing design in mind. But actually the way the tree developed and also grew out, I'm thinking that perhaps tilting the tree more or less like this would make a much nicer design, using the way that the tree grows for the design instead of trying to do it very different. So if we want to keep an upwards growing tree, this would have to come off. I would prune around here, prune this one off, and then you have a nice compact tree. But changing it around more or less like this, I think it looks much nicer on the tree. We'll have to wire this branch and prune the top out, see if we can bring this branch down a bit, but I think that's all possible. And then next year we would have to change the pot as well to a bit deeper, perhaps more square pot. But for now, I think we would just put the pot like this, and that more or less gives us the right planting angle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going with this design. So keep the length in this branch and reducing these two, bringing down this branch a bit. So simple work for today, not too drastic, but it's going to be a nice little tree. It's been a while since I last showed you this tree. It's not my favorite tree, but it's still got some potential. We went for this long branch in that direction to give it almost like a semi-cascading feel. But the branch grew upwards and this almost became a 90-degree angle, so it lost interest, especially here. So I think something we can do to improve the tree is bring this branch down so that there's a bit more tension here and not a 90-degree angle here. And if the tree grows in the next spring, fill up this section with new branches as well. Basically the tree just needs to fill up a bit more. But I think for today the only thing to change here is to wire this branch and bring it down. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Learn how to create your own bonsai trees by enrolling in one of our online bonsai courses. We explain techniques like pruning, wiring and repotting, and you can ask questions to the teachers. For the curriculums and free lessons, go to bonsaiempire.com/courses.